Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday, August 7th, and it's a crypto bloodbath. As I've been telling you guys for months now, even just in my video yesterday, it's going to be a roller coaster ride to the next big bull run. So you just got to keep holding and be patient. I know it's difficult to see the prices go down, but it's if you've been in this market for a while, you understand this is nothing new. We've seen this come and go many times. I've personally been in the market since 2016 and I've seen this over and over, but I also saw the big lead up to that massive bull run in 2017. And we are expecting another bull run this year. I think what's going on right now, the market has cooled off. We're in a bearish sentiment is going on right now because of the Bitcoin ETF disapproval from the Winklevoss twins. And we know the decision on the other Bitcoin ETF that's going to be made by the SEC has been pushed to September 30th. So really the market has cooled off, but I believe, like I've been saying, that Bitcoin ETF decision is going to be a catalyst. I also believe the launch of Bakkt, which is currently being worked on to be launched in November, and that is, of course, the project is a collaboration between Microsoft, Starbucks, and the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, ICE. Can't get bigger than that. So I've been sharing with you guys all the facts of the big money, the big movements that are happening. So don't panic, don't worry, don't go panic sell. That's the worst thing you can do, to sell at a loss when the market's down. That makes no sense. If you were in the stock market, I would tell you the same thing. Obviously in the real estate market as well. Now, if you need the money and you have to sell, then do it. But once again, you should only invest what you're willing to lose. But we know that there's a lot of volatility in this market, and you have to be mature to hold through these times, just as you have to be mature to make a significant profit and you make a lot of money. It just comes with this market. That's the nature of it. But we are in the infancy stages. We are the early adopters. We've seen the potential of this market already, and there's a lot more potential coming up. And also something I've been telling you guys for a while, there's manipulation in this market, and a lot of the rich folks, the institutional money, are not going to buy at the highs. They're going to buy at the lows, and they're going to push this price down. They're going to buy in at the lows and pump it back up. I've seen it before, and it's going to be even bigger now because there's more institutional money, hedge funds, and all of that. You guys know what is gearing up to happen. Now, I did have some positive news. Coinbase tweeted today, "We're announcing instant trading and significantly higher default limits for Coinbase accounts. Starting today, we are rolling out the ability to trade cryptocurrencies immediately after purchase. No more waiting 5 days for funds to settle." So this is actually a big update, guys. You're making it seamless, fast to purchase your crypto, and you don't have to wait for anything. I tested it out, and I was like, wow, it actually worked. They said here most customers will also see their trading limits increase to $25,000 per day. This functionality will be available for the U.S. customers over the next few weeks. So look at that. On a day like today, the market's down, right? And it's trending downwards. Coinbase is still making their updates, still moving ahead. Why? They are not prisoners of the moment. As a lot of these exchanges and businesses and hedge funds and big banks and so forth are not prisoners of the moment of what's happening here. They're looking at market cycles. You think, guys, I tell you, they're not in this to lose money. You think they would be doing this if they knew that they would lose money? They're in to make money. They know what's going to happen. There's a lot of shift that's going on here to the crypto market. A lot of the money that would normally go in the stock market is coming here because I've been watching some other folks' videos on the stock market, and people are expecting a crash in the stock market. So what we're probably going to start seeing is a shift of a lot of that money into the crypto market. So just letting you know, because I always tell you guys, there's more to crypto here. There's business. There's people trying to make money. There's obviously the big movers and governments. There's a lot more things happening behind the scenes here. So don't panic. Don't worry. Look at even Coinbase, right? Still doing their thing, still improving their services, and still looking ahead. Now, next news I did want to share with you guys is from Robert Kiyosaki. You guys may recognize this name. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He is an American businessman and author. And He, like I said, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he's very well known for this. Well, he has expressed concerns about the U.S. dollars and U.S. dollar in the past. He talked about here that it's fake money ever since in 1971 when Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. The dollar used to be backed by gold reserves. And obviously since Richard Nixon moved it off of there, it's backed by nothing. It's just the government says, here's some paper money and here's what it's worth. And we know Bitcoin, in a sense, was built because of this, right? The idea of the white paper from Satoshi Nakamoto was to address a lot of this. And of course, the crashes that took place because of how the money is being used and the integration into the government and the bailouts and so forth. So not to get too much into that, but that's just his sentiment. And he's talking facts. I mean, it's all legit. He believes crypto will overtake the fiat currencies and specifically the US dollar. He believes he's very bullish on Bitcoin for sure. So very influential guy, knows what he's talking about, the history of monies and within the United States and so forth. But what we're seeing is the sentiments changing a lot from many different, even Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase, even he had to change his comments, right? We are seeing the slow and steady growth and change and adoption and people looking to invest in this market. So what you need to do is just be patient and let's wait it out. Good things come to those who wait, right? And something to think about, as far as general principles of investing. If the statement that we normally hear a lot, bulls and bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Those who are greedy try to make money overnight, trying to, without doing research, investing in random ICOs, without doing research in the market, they just throw money in the market. They buy at any price. They don't buy in the dips. They buy the all-time highs. When the market corrects, they cry and they leave the market. They sell, right? Don't be that person. Research. This is why I try to share facts with you guys. Do your research. Understand what you're investing in and understand market cycles. Look at the history. Remember I talked about perspective. So look at the charts. Look back at Bitcoin. It has seen many peaks and valleys, but every time we have a bull run, it moves to a higher plateau. And we're seeing this for Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and even just the prices are higher than they were last year, right? You guys look back at the charts. It's all the data is there. The prices are higher, and it was high, and of course it was higher than it was in 2016 and 2015 and 2014 and so on and so on. Because if you look at the overall trending chart, everything is trending upward. But along that, if you go into the details, roller coaster, bull run, correction, bull run, correction. You have your bear moments, nothing happens, right? Kind of like how this month is panning out right now. So you have to understand the market and the cycles and the emotional aspect of it, and obviously the psychological, and these things apply in the stock market as well. So don't invest with your emotions. You got to look at data. You got to look at market cycles, understand what's happening. So this is not financial advice, but if there was any point that you should invest in the market, it's now when the prices are low. Think about Facebook stock just crashed the other day, right? That would be a good point to buy Facebook stock, not when it's at its all-time high, unless we know that maybe, something massive is coming where it's going to drive the price even higher up. But many times we don't know that, right? But you got to look back. It's where it's peaks and valleys and its low points and so forth. And the general sentiment around Facebook or crypto. And we know the general sentiment from big money is we are getting in. We are getting in them, right? We're seeing what's happening. All these guys are waiting for the Bitcoin ETF. And like I said, that's going to be the catalyst that's going to spark the next big bull run, I believe. Also, the launch of Bakkt, which is, as I mentioned, is Starbucks, Microsoft, and ICE, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. So keep holding. Like I said, if you want some perspective, look back at the charts. All the data is there. XRP was 15 cents, 10 cents last year, right? Or less than that even earlier in the year. Ethereum, likewise. Ethereum was not over $300 last year. Well, maybe at one point it hit like $300, but overall, if we were looking at the support level, it was not at what it is now. And as far as the overall average for the year. because we saw it go to 1,300 at the end of the year, but then obviously we had a correction in the entire market. Bitcoin, of course, was not at that price. So, guys, keep holding. Don't panic. Something to think about: if you're not mature enough to handle the volatility in this market, maybe you're not mature enough to make the significant gains and profit that this market could give you, because it takes maturity to handle both situations, right? When things are not going well, but also if you are to make a significant amount of money, that maybe the maturity to handle that you don't lose that money by reinvesting it unwisely or spending it too fast overnight, right? And thinking about wealth and long-term and retirement. So some things to think about, just some food for thought, so that you think about things. I know it can be, my coin is not moving. It's a bit more than that, right? And also something, I get this question a lot, and I don't know, people still don't get the market. They ask me, why isn't XRP moving? It has all these great news. Because if you notice, guys, and you look back, everything moves the way Bitcoin moves. Now, there are certain coins that have little spikes and little things like that, but nothing moves significantly on its own. Everything follows Bitcoin. Why? We are in the infancy stages of the market. Everything moves the way Bitcoin moves. And especially with Bitcoin being used as a base currency, right? A lot of its volume comes from people buying it and using it to buy altcoins, because it doesn't have real world adoption, and people are not using it to buy coffee and all kinds of shopping and all of that. A lot of the volume comes from there. So when there's a bearish sentiment, no one's going to be buying it to use it to purchase alts, and then the alts suffer at the same time. That's why you have those movements. Everything kind of moves together. Bitcoin's down, everything's down, right? We've seen that over and over. So I know people specifically call out, why is XRP going? Why is XRP down? Well, Ethereum is down, Bitcoin's down, Litecoin's down, everything in the market's down. People look at it specifically in a silo. You can't do that because the market's not mature. There's not separation yet. So I hope you guys get that. I see that question like, why is an XRP moving? Well, everything is down. Why would XRP specifically move like that when, once again, you have to understand, this is not a mature market. It's not like the stock market yet, where it's mature and stocks can move individually. Everything follows Bitcoin. So I hope you guys grasp that. Keep holding. Don't worry. It will go back up. We've seen this many times. Go back and look at the charts. You will see for yourself. The data is there. The facts is there. What do you guys think about this news? Coinbase, instant trading, increasing daily limits to 25K. Robert Kiyosaki, super bullish on crypto, says it will replace fake fiat money, which is interesting. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll talk to you guys later.